In this video, I'm going to talk about how to make these diagonal lines that you can add next to some text. So I'm going to move to CodePen, and first I'm going to create a container. I'm going to call that container. Okay, and I'm going to add some random texts. And I'm going to add some styles to it. So container, I'm going to set the background color to blue. I'm going to set the color of the text to white. I'm going to set the line height to 2. And I'm going to put the text at the center of the element. Cool. So now we're going to start making the left vertical line. So I'm going to use a span element, and I'm going to call that diagonal left. Close the tag. Okay. And I'm going to start writing some CSS to make this element a diagonal line. So I'm going to copy the class name, paste it in here, and start writing some CSS. So I'm going to first set the border left. To make a line, the width is 1 pixel, solid line, the color is white. Okay. Let's add some height to say 15 pixels, and let's add some space between the line and the text. So in order to do that, I need to change the display from inline to inline block, because the span element is an inline element by default. And inline element, you can change width, height, margins. And we're gonna use margin right to add some space. And finally, we can rotate the line to make it diagonal. So we're gonna use transform property and use rotate. And if you wanna rotate an element clockwise, you use plus value, if not minus value. In this case, we want to move the element this way, like this way, or unclockwise, and like the opposite of clockwise. So we're gonna use minus value and set that to, let's say, 30 degrees. And now the line is vertical. And we're gonna basically do the same thing for the right one as well. So I'm gonna just copy this element here. Yeah, I think you got the idea already. And let's change that to right. And we're gonna copy this CSS, paste it, and change this from left to right. And we want to add some space to margin left in this case, and we're gonna rotate it clockwise, so I'm gonna get rid of the minus sign, and there you go. Now we have both the left diagonal line and the right diagonal line, which is great. Yeah, the lines seem to be a little bit higher than the text. So if you wanna move these lines a little bit like downwards, uh, you could use transform property and set translate y. And if you want to move an element downwards, you basically want to use plus value. So let's say 5 pixels. Yeah. So now the left one is a little bit more downwards. Um, Seems like 5 is a little bit too much. Let's do maybe 3. Yeah, that looks better. Yep. So we're gonna do the same thing for the right one as well. Translate y. We can use translate y to move an element either upwards or downwards. Um, if you want to move an element like sideways, you can use translate x. And we do basically the same thing. Yep, that looks good. Yep, that is it. Please leave some comments if you have any